Well, it goes to show, if you're going to go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week.
When a rookie dares to challenge a legend, the consequences are seismic. Angel Reese's public comments about Courtney Vanderloot have shaken the Chicago Sky locker room, divided fans, and sparked debates across the WNBA. But is this controversy about talent or maturity? Let's break down the facts, stats, and fallout. Angel Reese burst onto the scene as a dominant force at LSU. Known for her rebounding prowess and fearless attitude, Reese quickly became a household name in women's basketball, drafted into the WNBA with high expectations. Her rookie season showcased raw talent and highlight real moments that left fans both excited and divided. Reese averages 18.5 points per game with 9.1 rebounds. Her athleticism is undeniable, and her energy on the court is magnetic. But her second season has shown that talent alone isn't enough. Leadership, teamwork, and composure under pressure are the tests that separate the good from the great. Then, there's Courtney Vanderloot, a 5-time All-Star and 2-time WNBA champion. Vanderloot's resume reads like a legend's handbook, averaging 16.3 points per game and 7.5 assists. She has been a cornerstone for every team she has joined. Despite tearing her ACL earlier in the season, Vanderloot has committed herself to an intense rehabilitation program, showing resilience, focus, and determination at every step. The stakes are clear, a rising star in Reese, eager to assert herself, versus a veteran in Vanderloot, seasoned, respected, and proven. The tension isn't just about on-court performance, it's about trust, respect, and the legacy that each player carries. For Reese, this is a pivotal moment. She has the talent. But can she navigate the politics, personalities, and pressures of a professional locker room? For Vanderloot, it's about proving that age, injuries, or media narratives cannot define her worth. The clash between raw youth and established mastery is about to ignite. The controversy started when Angel Reese made public remarks about Vanderloot's age and durability. "We need someone younger, more reliable," she said in a media interview. "Courtney might be a great asset, but we can't rely on her to be at full strength." These words didn't stay behind closed doors. They spread across social media, news outlets, and locker room whispers, leaving teammates caught in an uncomfortable middle ground. Vanderloot's response was calm but firm. "Contrary to what people say or think, my age is not a factor. I am coming back better than ever," a single statement. But it carried the weight of decades of experience, resilience, and championship pedigree. The comments affected the Chicago Sky locker room. Immediately, teammates like Ariel Atkins and Rachel Banham were forced to navigate the tension between supporting a rising star and protecting a veteran they respect. Media coverage exploded, and fans quickly picked sides, dividing Sky Nation. This was more than words, it was a test of trust, cohesion, and professionalism. Publicly questioning a teammate's ability to perform, especially a decorated veteran, is the fastest way to fracture a locker room. The stage was set for drama, and the WNBA was watching. Teams with fractured locker rooms see 20 to 30% lower playoff success rates. The Chicago Sky suddenly found themselves staring at that exact statistic. What was supposed to be a season of growth and cohesion quickly became a test of patience, professionalism, and leadership. Courtney Vanderloot, the veteran anchor of the team, faced a delicate balancing act. Known for her leadership and championship experience, she had every reason to respond publicly, yet she chose restraint. She focused on recovery, rehab, and preparation, letting her performance on the court speak louder than any headline. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was strength. But the impact of Angel Reese's comments couldn't be ignored. Publicly questioning Vanderloot's age, durability, and value sent shockwaves through the locker room. Respect, a cornerstone of professional basketball culture, had been challenged. Suddenly, the team hierarchy was in flux, and every veteran had to reassess how to maintain unity in the face of public controversy. Ariel Atkins, another experienced voice in the locker room, felt the weight of this tension. She had to uphold harmony while navigating media scrutiny. Rachel Banham faced a similar challenge, supporting teammates while watching a rising star stir discord. The Chicago Sky locker room, once a model of camaraderie, now faced an invisible, toxic undercurrent. Management attempted to address the issue with a half-game suspension, but many saw it as symbolic, a compromise meant to placate both the veteran core and the young star. The tension remained palpable in professional sports. Gestures like this rarely solve deeper cultural fractures. A locker room thrives on trust. Words can motivate, but when weaponized, They corrode the very foundation of teamwork. Coaches, management, and players must weigh talent against temperament, skill against character. Angel Reese had undeniable ability, but leadership isn't about social media clips or media soundbites. It's about fostering respect, nurturing teammates, and creating an environment where everyone can succeed together. The Chicago Sky were forced to confront a harsh reality. Talent alone cannot win championships if internal culture collapses. Reese's situation became a living case study and illustration that professionalism, restraint, and respect are as vital as points and rebounds. The question remained, could she learn to lead? Or would the drama define her legacy before it truly began? Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are two of the WNBA's brightest young stars. Yet the contrast between them could not be more striking. Both are talented. Both attract attention, but the way they carry themselves defines the trajectory of their careers. Caitlin Clark has faced immense pressure from day one. She has endured relentless physical fouls, constant media scrutiny, and the weight of comparisons to past legends. Yet, through it all, she puts her team first. Her averages 21.3 points per game and 6.8 assists highlight her dominance. But her real value lies in how she elevates those around her. Clark doesn't just score, she orchestrates, inspires, and leads. On social media, Clark's fanbase mirrors this ethos. They celebrate perseverance, growth, and professionalism. Every post, every highlight, reinforces a narrative of respect, accountability, and leadership. Clark's brand is built on results and character, a combination that attracts not just fans, but also teammates, free agents, and sponsors alike. Angel Reese, by contrast, has built much of her public persona around controversy. Her comments about veteran Courtney Vanderloot, questioning her age, durability, and contribution, have created headlines for the wrong reasons. Interviews, social media posts, and fan-driven amplification often focus on drama rather than performance. The result is a polarizing image, a player capable of dominant plays, but perceived as divisive within her team. The contrast is more than its impact. Clark strengthens franchise stability, building trust in the locker room and credibility. With management, Reese, despite her impressive athleticism and highlight reel moments, risks undermining team cohesion, alienating potential free agents, and drawing criticism from media and fans. Leadership is more than talent, it's about guiding, uniting, and representing a team with professionalism. Reese's rebellion and spectacle may capture immediate attention, but Clark's steady leadership ensures long-term respect, influence, and franchise value in professional sports. Careers are rarely defined by a single play, they are defined by consistency, maturity, and the ability to inspire others. Clark exemplifies this path. Reese has the talent, but whether she will match Clark's model of professional growth or let drama dictate her narrative remains an open question. The WNBA is watching, and so is the Chicago Sky. The difference between fleeting hype and lasting legacy often comes down to choices on the court, in the locker room, and in every public statement. The moment Angel Reese's comments about Courtney Vanderloot hit the public, social media erupted. Reese's fanbase went on the offensive, defending her with fierce loyalty. Hundreds of posts, thousands of likes, shares, and retweets flooded platforms. Memes, debate threads, and highlight clips spread rapidly, amplifying every word she had said. Vanderloot's supporters, however, pushed back just as forcefully. They highlighted her resilience, her to championships, 5 All-Star selections, and the grueling comeback from ACL surgery. Social media quickly became a battleground, a tug-of-war over public perception. Every like, comment, and share served as an unofficial vote in the ongoing debate. Who deserves respect? And who is out of line? This wasn't just online drama, it had real-world implications. Free agents and potential signings watched these conversations closely. A franchise perceived as chaotic or divided may struggle to attract top talent. Even if its roster includes elite players, agents advise their clients to consider locker room culture, professionalism, and leadership before committing to a team. Public controversies like this one send strong signals. The numbers tell the story. Over 50,000 combined social media mentions in the first 48 hours. Engagement spiked across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. News outlets amplified the drama, quoting both Reese and Vanderloot, ensuring that the narrative reached beyond the WNBA's core audience. While the controversy temporarily elevated Reese's profile, it also raised questions about credibility, judgment, and leadership qualities far harder to rebuild than a spike in followers. In pro sports, reputation is earned, not manufactured. For Angel Reese, social media spotlight is a double-edged sword fans may cheer, but coaches and executives see a pattern of conflict. The WNBA runs on more than talent. It demands accountability, professionalism, and respect. With careers averaging just 5.8 years, reputation can decide who rises and who stalls. History proves it. Stars who clash with veterans often fade, while those who pair skill with humility thrive. Talent opens doors, but maturity keeps them open. Angel Reese's recent comments about Courtney Vanderloot went beyond a single rivalry. They challenged the very expectations of the league by publicly questioning a veteran's age, durability, and value. Reese demonstrated a lack of understanding of WNBA culture. Leadership is earned, not assumed. Respect for experience isn't optional, it's foundational. Vanderloot's career, built on championships, all-star appearances, and consistent performance, is a textbook example of the standards young players are measured against. The WNBA is a league of scrutiny. Fans, media, coaches, and front offices all monitor behavior closely. Publicly undermining a teammate signals risk to potential free agents. Considering joining a franchise, sponsors notice, teammates notice. The league notices. A single misstep can have long-term consequences. Even for a player with Reese's talent, professionalism in the WNBA is a combination of performance, humility, and character. Players like Vanderloot and Caitlin Clark exemplify this balance, dominating on the court while leading with respect off it. Reese's raw talent is undeniable, but the question remains, can she align her behavior with league expectations, embrace mentorship, and earn the credibility necessary to thrive? Or will her actions continue to spotlight controversy over contribution? The WNBA and every franchise will be watching closely. Angel Reese's numbers on the court are impressive. Over her last 10 games, she's shooting 44% from the field and 31% from three-point range, with 9 turnovers. Those are solid stats for a sophomore, reflecting her athleticism, scoring ability, and presence on the court. At first glance, it might seem like she's delivering exactly what a team needs. But stats tell only half the story. Off the court, Reese's behavior has become a growing concern. Public comments about teammates, social media drama, and controversial remarks about veteran players threaten to overshadow her production. In professional sports, performance and behavior are inseparable. One can enhance the other, but one can also erode it. Contrast this with Courtney Vanderloot. In the same 10-game span, she's shooting 49% from the field, 38% from three, and has only 6 turnovers. Beyond the numbers, Vanderloot brings focus, consistency, and leadership. Every decision she makes on and off the court reinforces her credibility. Her demeanor inspires teammates, builds trust, and strengthens the team culture, qualities that statistics alone cannot measure. The contrast is stark. Reese delivers highlight reel moments, but her locker room tension, public remarks, and susceptibility to controversy risk undermining her impact. Vanderloot's steady approach proves that a player's legacy is built not only on points and rebounds, but also on how they carry themselves, respect others, and uphold professionalism. Behavior affects more than team morale. It influences contracts, free agency, and career longevity. Teams scrutinize how a player manages media, interacts with veterans, and handles adversity. A player with impressive stats but poor conduct may face limited opportunities, reduced trust from coaches, and hesitation from free agents considering joining the franchise. Numbers are critical, but character shapes perception. Reese's raw talent gives her the tools to succeed, but without maturity and accountability, she risks letting drama define her narrative. Vanderloot's example underscores this. High-level performance combined with professionalism creates a winning formula. In professional sports, the court is where players earn respect, but off-court behavior determines whether that respect lasts. Reese has the skill, but the question remains, will she align her behavior with her talent, or will the story of her career be dominated by controversies rather than accomplishments? The Chicago Sky are at a crossroads. Angel Reese is undeniably talented, but her recent comments and public controversies have created a ripple effect throughout the franchise. The question is no longer just about wins and losses, it's about culture, cohesion, and credibility. Teams with fractured locker rooms win roughly 25% fewer playoff games. That's not speculation, it's data. A team divided internally struggles to execute under pressure, communicate effectively on the court, and trust each other when it matters most. Chicago's front office now faces a clear warning. Internal tension could derail not just this season, but the team's long-term trajectory. Free agents are watching, When top-tier players consider joining a team, they weigh more than just salary and opportunity. They look at leadership, professionalism, and locker room dynamics. Would a veteran willingly join a franchise where a young star publicly undermines her teammates? Or where conflicts are amplified on social media for the world to see? Hesitation is inevitable. Sponsors, too, are paying attention. In the WNBA, brand value is closely tied to player behavior and public perception. A polarizing figure may boost short-term attention, but long-term partnerships rely on stability, respect, and professionalism. Fans, likewise, notice engagement may spike during drama, but loyalty thrives on trust, shared goals, and on-court success. Chicago's management faces a delicate balance, nurturing Reese's raw talent while protecting the team's culture. Do they invest in her development and hope she matures, or do they consider moving on, cutting losses before locker room tension becomes unmanageable? Every decision carries consequences for wins, for team morale, and for the franchise's reputation. Ultimately, the Sky must prioritize trust and cohesion. Talent alone cannot carry a team through adversity. Leadership, respect, and accountability are just as critical as points and rebounds. How the organization handles this moment will define not only this season, but also the kind of franchise Chicago wants to be. The choices made now will send a message across the league, either that Chicago values culture and professionalism above individual spotlight, or that talent can overshadow accountability. Angel Reese's actions have created this dilemma, and the Sky's response will shape their future. Angel Reese has talent, there's no question about that. Her athleticism, rebounding, and scoring ability are elite for a player still in her second season. But talent alone doesn't win championships. It doesn't earn respect from teammates, coaches, or the league. And it certainly doesn't build a lasting legacy. Vanderloot and Caitlin Clark serve as the perfect models of what leadership truly looks like in the WNBA. Vanderloot, with her to championships and 5 All-Star selections, exemplifies consistency, accountability, and professionalism. She doesn't rely on social media hype or bold interviews to validate her worth. Every move, every assist, every clutch shot reinforces her credibility. Clark, meanwhile, balances superstar performance with humility and teamwork, even under immense scrutiny. She puts the team first, absorbs the pressure, and lets her game speak. Fans respect that. Teammates trust that. Coaches plan around that. That is the blueprint Reese needs to understand. Leadership is not about who talks the loudest, it's about who elevates others while delivering results. Data supports this approach. Teams with veteran mentorship outperform expectations by roughly 15% in playoffs. A veteran's guidance provides structure, stability, and decision-making under pressure, qualities a young star cannot develop alone. Reese has the opportunity to absorb these lessons if she chooses to listen. Social media attention and viral moments can build a brand. Yes, but they cannot replace credibility earned on the court and in the locker room. Every public comment, every dispute, and every headline shapes perception. The fans, front office, and fellow players all take note. In professional sports, reputation travels faster than any highlight reel. Reese's path forward is a choice. She can learn to balance her media presence, manage her public statements, respect her teammates, and embrace mentorship, or she can continue to let drama overshadow her skill, eroding trust and stalling growth. Ultimately, maturity and professionalism will define her legacy more than rebounds, points, or highlight dunks ever will. The WNBA is watching, the Chicago Sky are watching, and every player who hopes to be remembered as a true leader will be observing closely. Reese's next steps will determine whether she becomes a cornerstone of her franchise, or a cautionary tale of what happens when talent outpaces wisdom. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth WNBA analysis. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Angel Reese can turn things around? Or is this drama defining her legacy? We want to hear from you.